Today we are going to explain about one important topic, that is paralysis, because from this topic many multiple choice questions is asking for the staff nurse exams, so read carefully. What is paralysis? Paralysis is when you cannot move certain parts of your body after something goes wrong with their connection to your brain. So sometimes it may be permanent, sometimes it is temporary, and sometimes it's come and goes. So it is different from one person to another person. So what is the problems causing by paralysis? Paralysis can cause problems with the blood flow, breathing, how well your organs work, and speaking or swallowing, sexual responses, or controlling the urge to go bathroom, depending on where you are paralyzed and how bad it is. So it affects most of the daily activities of a human being. Types of paralysis: complete paralysis or partial or incomplete paralysis. So first one is complete paralysis. It is when you cannot move or control your paralyzed muscles at all. You also may not be able to feel anything in those muscles. That means you are completely paralyzed. Or partial or incomplete paralysis is when you still have some feeling in and possibly control over your paralyzed muscles. This sometimes is called a paresis. That means you are partially paralyzed. You can control something. And also localized paralysis. It affects just one specific area like your face, hand, feet, or vocal cords, like only one area. Generalized paralysis means it is more widespread in your body and is grouped by how much of your body is affected. The type usually depend on where your brain or spinal cord is injured. That is generalized paralysis. So we can divide the generalized paralysis in again like a generalized monoplegia. It is a kind of generalized paralysis that affect just one limb, that is mono. Mono means only one. Another is diplegia, means affect the same area on both sides, like both arms or both legs or both side of your face. And hemiplegia means affect just one side of your body and is usually caused by stroke which damage one side of your brain. Next is quadriplegia or tetraplegia. That means when all four limbs are paralyzed, sometimes along with the certain organs also. And also last one is paraplegia, is paralysis from the waist down, from our lower part of the body. So next is locked in syndrome. That means it is the rarest and most severe form of paralysis when a person loses control of all their muscles except the one that control their eye movements. Paralysis caused by some conditions like strokes, usually from a blocked artery in your neck or brain. It also can be caused by damage to the brain or spinal cord, like what can happen in car accident or sports injury. So some disease conditions like stroke also can be the reason of paralysis. And also another one reason is demyelinating disease. What is demyelinating disease? This happen when the protective coating around your nerve cell called the myelin sheath is damaged over time, that make it harder for your neurons to send signals throughout your body. It weakens your muscles and eventually causing paralysis. There are severe demyelinating disease, but the most common is EMS, that means multiple sclerosis. What do you mean by periodic paralysis? This is caused by changes in certain genes. It involves random attack of paralysis, often triggered by something in the person diet. That means it occluded in genes. It involves random attack through person died. Typically, it is an electrolyte abnormality like hypokalemia or hyperkalemia, like that. Next is sleep paralysis. This is most common. This happens while you are waking up or falling asleep. Sometimes people who have sleep paralysis will also see things that are not there. That means hallucination. Next one is Bell palsy. This makes half of your face appear to droop. Doctors think it is caused by certain virus. So, what will happen in Bell's palsy? Half of your face appear to droop. This may be causing by virus. Toad's paralysis. This often happens for a brief period after a person with epilepsy has had a seizure, usually just one side of their body. This is usually caused by the episode of seizure and just on one side of their body. Next is tick paralysis and Lyme disease. That means some tick have neurotoxins in their spit glands that can cause paralysis, starting in your feet and legs and moving upward. Once the tick is removed, the paralysis goes away. But if it is not treated, it can spread to your face and be very serious. Ticks sometimes also carry Lyme disease also, a bacterial infection that can cause severe different symptoms including facial paralysis and numbness in your arms and legs.